Good morning. Continuing to share my morning daily dinacharya or Ayurvedic routine. I want to go into some of the practical applications of the things I do every morning, no matter what, to just set myself up for balance. And as I've been living an Ayurvedic lifestyle for almost over, gosh, I guess it's been about 8 years-ish now, I truly believe in this ritual that it is a common proactive approach to health and wellness, little things that you're doing every day to take care of your house, your temple. And so sometimes things take time. And after doing this for so long, I can tell you that the work is worth it. It's just like your yoga practice. So I usually start like with the water and the apple cider vinegar, and now go into practical application. So start with Nasya oil or brain oil, and I'm using Vital Veda. Just trying this on for the first time. Previously, I was using Pavani, and that's a really nice blend. I like their product, as well as I've used a Baraka blend that I got at Natural Grocers, and I've also had custom blends made from local Ayurvedic practitioners as well. So what I love about this one is it says right here, benefits, clears and protects the brain and sinuses, clears and calms the mind, strengthens the respiratory system, and increases immunity. And that's why I primarily use it, and enhances all sensory organisms, which is just super cool. Who doesn't want to have a more sensorial experience? That's like the Aveda way, right? And then I love that it says that it's made with a family recipe with purified herbs and mantras. So the way that you do this is a couple drops in each nostril. I've shaken this up pretty good. This is a sesame oil base, which typically is a little bit warming for a pitta dosha, such as mine, but I like it because it stays liquid. A coconut oil blend tends to be a little warming too, but it usually gets hard at temperature, so room temperature. So there are different blends, but I have found that sesame tends to be the best for me. And tilt the head back and add a couple drops. You can start to feel the herbs penetrating right away, and then I'll get a pinch my nostrils, just massage a little bit, and then start to pump my nose as I breathe in. Wow, I have to say, this is the first day I've used this. I just got it in yesterday, and this is clearly a more powerful blend of herbs. Wow, I'm really feeling the activation and purification right now. I would say maybe if you're starting off with Nasya oil, this might be a good, gentle, open approach to ease you into it. I have found that this is wonderful and effective, but just in this moment, comparing these two, wow, it's very powerful. So this one I think is going to be a little bit more neutral. Great blend of herbs as well. So, okay, we'll go into our oil pulling next. And so, medicated oil pulling. I'm trying, again, Vital Veda's blend for the first time. You can do something as simple as just coconut oil, and you'll want to swish this around for about 15 to 20 minutes. So what do you do for 15 to 20 minutes? Well, sometimes I multitask. So I might go into my oleation awakening ritual. Sometimes I'll take my dog for a walk. Sometimes I'll do, just kind of get like breakfast and things ready in the morning. So it's not like you have to sit still and just oil pull for 15 minutes. So I'm going to be using this, which is going to strengthen the roots of the teeth, whiten the teeth, support healthy gums, great for ulcers and healing the gums, removes bad breath, and supports thyroid health. I also find that this has been really beneficial for draining my sinuses. I'll often notice that I'll feel things collect and pull to the back of the throat, and that when that happens, you do want to spit that out. You don't want to swallow it. This is cold pressed sesame and coconut oil, and blended with a bunch of Ayurvedic herbs. So just going to swish about half a teaspoon for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll get back at you. Wow, that is pretty potent as well. Whew. So some of the oil coming out of my nose, some of the oil from pulling, I just spit into the toilet, or I'll spit into the sink in the kitchen with the garbage disposal. And then you want to rinse with warm water. Okay. Getting very real here. After all that pulling and detoxing, like, you'll get a lot of drainage. So just keep spitting all that stuff out. That's all this, that's all the nasty stuff that you don't need in your body, that if it stayed would eventually become disease or illness, infection. So that's the whole process of Ayurveda, is just to daily nurture yourself in small ways that over time you're minimizing something big or larger that could happen. So you'll notice that during that oil pulling time, I did extend it. I did my body, my face, and my body brushing. So Ayurveda actually created their own custom facial dry brush, which I absolutely love because it's very massaging. And yes, you can just use one, but I'm a little extra, so I always like to use two. So those upward movements and then outward, downward sweeps. And then next you would go into oil massage. But you still want to be present in your body and your mind and intuitive to like that you're nurturing yourself. So with the face, you're going to apply your oleation oil after you do the dry brush. And you may have noticed I had a lot of redness, microcirculation in the skin. That's normal for me, being a little more pitta. But already in just those few minutes, it's subsided. So the dry brushing is super beneficial for microcirculation, manual lymphatic drainage. It's lifting and firming. It's tightening skin over time. It's detoxing. It's helping the skin basically maintain its 6 major functions. So from a beauty hack standpoint, especially for the body, the dry brush I use, I've had this one for many years. It's got pretty coarse bristles, and the longer you do it, the more intense your bristles will need to be, because your skin's, just taut and thick and healthy. But when you work the area around your booty and your thighs where you might have some cellulite, over time that will subside as well. So I do it more for the benefit of health, but that's a nice little, perk. So back to the oil. 3 to 4 pumps of the oleation oil. I like to just press and roll into my skin for a few moments just to distribute the oil really well. And you just move into, at first it's upward movements. And again, you're going to see that microcirculation return. And Ayurveda has really nice videos that show how to apply this oil. I have incorporated my own little rhythm. So this is sort of how I approach it. Again, just upward, lifting, firming, getting nice oxygen and circulation going, releasing tension. And then through the nose, this area here is a great drainage for the eyes. So puffiness, dark circles, fine lines. I do this about 30 times. This is also really great for activating drainage of the sinuses. Then you're going to go around, do about 10 circles clockwise, 10 to 15 counterclockwise, nice and gentle. I'm using my middle finger for pressure. And then I'll come into my forehead. I like to do circular, a lot more fine lines in this area. Some hashtags. And then some gentle sweeps. So after that oil pulling, that was, again, these products I got from Vital Veda. Wow. I've been doing this for a really long time, and I haven't had an initial reaction like that in a while. So super awesome. So just in terms of like feeling a lot of flushing of toxins. Water wheel drainage for the face. So back in front of the ear, up and down a few times. And then light downward, outward sweeping motions down from the mandible, sternocleidomastoid to the sternal notch. Then I'll go into oil massage for the body after I dry brush the body with the beautifying composition oil. And really, it's just the same thing. You just want the oil to be nice room temperature or warm, and just massaging it into your skin, always working with the limbs lengthwise, and then circular motions around the joints. Get into the underarm. You really don't want to miss any part of your body. So every part of your body is touched and appreciated and nurtured. It's a really lovely time to identify, appreciation for this body of yours that helps you navigate through life. So I'll continue to do this to the rest of my body. When we come back, we're going to finish where I started with oil pulling. Okay, so we'll go into tongue scraping. Warning, this is gross, but awesome at the same time. So I do this every day, and I think that, okay, so we started our skincare routine this morning with the dry brush and the Radiant Oleation Oil at Ayurvedic. And so now we can go into the 4-step skincare routine with opportunity to sprinkle in some treatments as well. Okay, so a little fast forward, finished my daily routine, dinacharya, influenced by Ayurveda. So recapping, I started the morning with oil pulling, tongue scraping. We did oleation oil for the face, dry brushing for the body, oil massage for the body. And then after that, I usually go into drinking a little tonic, apple cider vinegar, to just balance pH and help to detoxify internally. And then throughout the day, especially in the morning, I'll start with some boiling water and just sip on it throughout the day. But it's really nice to be able to start your day with at least 2 glasses of room temperature water that you can drink, immediately hydrate and flush toxins. And then going into whatever you would like to do to incorporate bliss into your morning. So for me, I always do at least 10 minutes of meditation and some gentle yoga movement, and try to set intention for the day. So I hope that you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about Ayurveda and daily routine. This is definitely a crucial time in our world where bringing in a focus like this, a practice like this, can be so vital for us to create balance and wellness in a proactive approach rather than being reactive. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to be a resource, and have a lovely day. Thank you.